I must have to go to middle deck to see what's the fellows doing as sonar detected persons underwater in close proximation. Whoa, they are mostly submerged underwater, as I do see bubbles in their helmets and such. This is I gotta have to put on my life jacket and helmet, and go to lower deck, and get a rope to pull them abroad. I might need to check on them and to radio Swift to tell Bart to get first aid kit if needed.
No need, as we do note ladder we to climb out as the water's quite cold, as we even had to wear full face masks. By the way, Mark, cousin Andrew do note my friend Chris Zycrostar do have the stuff in our bags in the doomed yacht as it's underwater but should be water resistant.
Yes, as I do note the folks abroad need a helping hand.
Yes, the crew are already paged as they are on the way. Now, the stuff is on board as the vessel is moving once again.
Yes, as the folks placed our stuff on middle deck. Where is the vessel headed to and what is the name?
Retrex Swan. Take note of the 12 ship horns as it plays a tune from time to day, mostly for time progression, and the low-pitched horn is sounded for alarm in case of an emergency or urgent matter including obstruction hazard or adverse weather conditions, including heavy rain or gusty winds, thunderstorms and waterspouts, or medical emergency, fire, muster event, or person overboard. The vessel to arrive to Sea of Rio by late evening, then toward Riopian waters in by early and latter half of week, then to Rio River toward Trex River to Alpha River to Elite City, Federal District, Elitopia in a week. Hope you carry your passports and documents.
I and Chris do have them as one crew member. Searched the bag as he said it's in the bag that is dry.
Yes, as Chris wonder, who's the captain?
We to head to upper deck. Follow me.
Whoa, is the Retrex NYE system on? I do see the countdown clock switched on.
Yes, as I do heard report on the radio on the yacht in which sank, subject to occur at 3 o'clock this afternoon, at 6 bells on the afternoon watch. Is it 12:30 already?
Yes, as its first bell of the afternoon watch.
12:30 p.m.? This is I must note 2.5 hours to the subject at 3. This is I was chatting with my friend yesterday who is visiting KanborZeven City. He said, it's the new KanborZeven Spinelian duodecimo half-year second half KSD12A. 1 Grove 2 dozen deck, or 178 at 6 bells in afternoon watch. 3 o'clock p.m. 1500 hours meaning midnight in KanborZeven City and 791 Kiatrokans, 1900 coordinated universal time.
Yes, this is the captain is Swift, my bro Rio Zion.
Yes, as he spots us in the vessel as he had to stop the vessel just for us to go abroad.
I do note the subjects as I must refer to the subject as I do recall. Since 2020, I watched the Kb.P series on Kanbor 2. As the Saturnian girl mentions on the Saturnian timekeeping. As I also note the media from 2018. Being KP, or KB.P 13 on Pokemon Logical. Note the KanborZeven Kilo time and Kanbor Solar time, as it was used to be 25 KanborZeven seconds in a KanborZeven minute and a KanborZeven hour being 25 KanborZeven minutes. Whoa, oh my god. I do note the clocks, on one side, Kolichi 9, or Crown 9. Final Metri hour, 100 crowns on the clock. 60 or 5 dozen dozinos remaining to the Kanbor Spinel half year. Meaning 12:36 p.m. As I wonder on how we celebrated abroad the Ride Trek Swan. I knew it, KanborZeven Esports. Game on. Get into the game. I do heard the gaming music. Game 5 underway in Zota 2. Optic Kanbor versus KanborZeven City Rebellion. Tied at 2. There must be a watch party somewhere on the boat.
Yes, as the match started since 8 o'clock in the morning, being 5 in the late afternoon in KanborZeven City. The match is ongoing for 4.6 hours.
Whoa, I do note this gaming computer, as I am very good in video games related to it, as my cousin is an esports player. From Neon City DigiKitties, as he is on a tour in the regional esports tournament. Maybe if I join the game server to go into spectate mode. I must power up the gaming computer though. I wonder if we have internet on the boat. I knew it. It does have internet, but how?
Satellite internet via Starline. Connection speed is very fast, 1 gigabit per second, but we must meet with Swift. You may consider watching the esports match via live stream on your phone, as we do have Wi-Fi.
Whoa, 30 knots, 56 kilometers per hour? And is this electric motor driven, being battery electric with range extender?
Yes, being high-torque electric motors, providing power from a battery, with a gasoline engine for the range extender, cranking the generator bi-fuel gasoline/ethanol and propane. It's fuel efficient compared to the conventional ones of the same class, also a hydrogen fuel cell range extender to use on smoggy days, or at night to keep quietness when we sleep and not distracted by the engine generator.
Yes, Marcus, I Swift must tell you, we are going to have a fish dinner.
Cousin Rio, fish and chips?
Yes, as we to serve with fries, even poutine, as we to have fish burgers on buns and fish wraps.
Yes, as I Bart know how to cook. However, do we to place the fish in the oven, or have it air fried? This as I brought the new air fryer.
I tried it with air fryer. After reading the label on the packaging, it is suited, so why not try it with air fryer?
Take note, Swift is on the phone, satellite phone to Mark Zaniels, Mark Z Cryptor from RDK 3000 TriStar Main HQ in Elite City, Federal District, Ilitopia. In report to VWGT on television and on RDK 3000 TriStar radio service to also Neon radio, as I listen to report on the boat radio tuned to 825 kHz on AM band, also broadcasting on 96.2 FM, but we are out of signal range for the FM counterpart, but within signal range of AM counterpart.
Is it for Neon radio from Neon City? Being West Region Relay?
Yes. However, please be advised of active countdown, as the Retrex NYE system is active for the happy new KanborZeven Spinelian duodecimal half year at 3, and Tronic counterpart at 3:12, at top of Crown 8. Swift had to slow down the vessel to 10 knots.
I Chris must intervene, as I note. My friends are watching this on TV in Doge City and Neon City. I want to give a huge shout out to my friends in Neon City and Doge City. Bring on to the rebellion movement.
By the way, that is Chris Zycristar, who is to be joining us, as with my cousin Andrew. This is the fellows are enjoying the esports watch party as they root for the KanborZeven City Rebellion, as they are also hyped on the event at 1500 hours and 1512, also the related one at 2000 hours tonight. I am going to surprise them with a watch party of soccer, in the TD Soccer Cup playoffs, Costa Aero Costas versus Elite City Firestorm, as we are going tropical for the new Ryamont plus Dozatopian new sign year tonight. If Costas win, otherwise to be Tron themed based on movie Tron Ares. That is all. I am Swift, Rio Zion abroad the Retrex Swan in Doge River, Nyantopolis, reporting for VWGT.
That was Rio Zion, guest correspondent.
RDE, however, she was caught by the RDK 3000 TriStar security as she to be escorted out. Although obscene and offensive content is banned to show on television broadcast by ELRTC and TDTCA broadcast law, this does not apply to streaming channels as that is unregulated, but the acts is zero tolerance as per Alitotronics Telemedia and Synergy Media's policies. The obscene content is finished as I learn airing on Vero Plus and Aero Breeze as it went to end credit and then clock ident. We will hand off those at RDK Newsline.
I am Mark E. Crypter from Studio RDE at RDK 3000 TriStar Main HQ from Elite City, Federal District, Ilitopia. In addition to what Richard Jojolai said, the topless females exposed breasts to the R3 Trex kids, furries in diapers in the macro cart, Hydro Swift 3, they were severely offended as they had a blowout. This required Operation Bumblebee, however some idiot smelled the odor before was eliminated when Mark Z. Crypter sprayed the air refreshener Trex Breeze as we smell the berry scent at Studio RDE, as it needed a refreshing. As the fellow in which being male named Brian S. who had hate against furries in diapers off-cam and tried to punch them off-cam but was wrestled down by Corey Z. Crypter who then alerted security as the R3 Trex kids are safe. Brian and the topless female gets escorted out as subject occurred off-cam and off-air on RDK TV. We will now hand off to RDK TV Cast as RDK 3000 TriStar today Cast on Vero and Aero joining with Trex Vision 8 and Breeze Vision 3 and native airing on RDK TV, starts now.
This is RDK 3000 TriStar today. I am Chris K. Crypter.
And I am Mark E. Crypter, broadcasting live and direct from RDK 3000 TriStar RDK Newsline News Center over at RDK 3000 TriStar Main HQ in Elite City, Federal District, Ilitopia.
We are powered up always on all RDK networks, television, radio, streaming and more. The latest at this hour.
Corey Z. Crypter, Corey Zanders, Code DR is in force for the day today and tomorrow, due to the attempted incident near Studio RDE done by Diapered Furry Hater, in which you tackled him down, if you have taken pics of the R3 Trex kids. Either delete the pics immediately or blur the faces using Pixel or Radiant Blur, or the CZ logo or emoji. Mark Zaniels, Mark Z. Crypter, I have taken a pic of them before the incident but I have added the CZ logo on their faces, on my phone. Anyhow since RDK K.B.S.P has requested Vero and Aero to end VWGT episode as they complied due to incident that was shown on Aero Breeze and Vero Plus. Stop DVR recording immediately. DVR is in use to record from Canbernet International Ilitopia as it was recording Trony Newsnet then WBC News Channel. Recording to switch to Elito News 24 Dec Mil after 15:02 as Zion Zaniels has armed the DVR with my consent to record programming before 1600 hours for the Tronic Diamond Soccer Champions 2025, EY1025, Playoffs First Round, Elite City Firestorm at Xenopolian Team Costa Aero Costas in Xenopolis City. Xenopolia at 1500 hours Xenopolis City time being 1600 hours Elite City time in over an hour, the fireworks to stop in Xenopolis City by 1530 ELC, 1430 XLC for the Tronic method of the Canber Spinel Dozy half year to start at 1512 ELC, 1412 XLC, 800 KTS, 012 KBTS. Raptor, where in Xenopolis City, Xenopolia? Farah, over at Xenodome, rooftop to be closed as deterrent to fireworks for the happy new Canbordian Spinelian duodecimal half year even in Tronic method. Just curious, the bracket of the soccer playoffs? Single elimination format with third place match. Trexer must add, this is Costa Aero was previously under Block's control then Trexlandian control, then since initial week of 2025, TX.Y25, EY1025, gets become under Xenopolian control as they switch from Trex land dollars to Tronic diamond sickles. This sure gets Zion and Mark Zion attention on the boat as they to host watch party of soccer match abroad, the Ritrex Breeze, being the boat name. Yes, Trexer, however, take note the time, 6 trices, or a dozen dunatims, 5 minutes remaining and toward 2 dozenals to main event at 1500 hours, midnight KBTS. You are correct, Rio S. Crypter, this is the Tronic method is due up at Crown 8, 1512.
Rex Z Crypter. Trexer. I Trexy Z Crypter learn. The Trex friends. Trexies, Trex tuners, Zine pack. Slackers and related fellows. To head to Alito Costa to spectate the soccer match and watch party at 1600, but they are at Alito NYE Central to count down to main then Tronic method. You and Rio S. Crypter must also need to head there, as they to wait for you at Alito Costa after they head out of Alito NYE Central, as they to have dinner as well. You should note there is an esports match in the Kanbor Olympics also in playoffs, Optic Kanbor versus KanborD City Rebellion. Tied score at 3-3, best of 7, Zota 2, as Game 7 is among the longest in Kanbordian esports. This with the Kanbor Spinel half-year coming up. One of the roster of Optic Kanbor is a Kanbordian Gemstonian Spinelian who gets hyped on the event. It could be problematic for the esports team as whole. There is another soccer match in progress taking place in Aerostar, Aerotopia, Tronican-based team Spinel City Spinels competing against Aerostar Knicks. Early in second half, Aerostar leads 3-1. A few soccer players for SC Spinels are cousins who was transferred from KanborD City Kanbors, being cousins of the esports player of Optic Kanbor. Both Kanbordian Spinelians who also gets hyped but to go Tronic way. It may also be problematic for the soccer team, as the soccer match gets held at Aerodome.
Noted, Trixie Z Crypter, this is I Mark Z Crypter learn, thank God, the roster of the Firestorm and Costas are those mainly human, one furry for the Costas. Zion Zaniels at the Zaniels residence, what is the DVR status?
Recording the Aerostar Knicks vs Spinel City Spinels match via Elito Sportnet 4.
Zipster, stop the DVR recording immediately. The soccer match can come into problems once clock strikes 1500 hours, or 1512 if they go Tronic method, being 800 Kiotrokans, 2 of the Kanbordian immigrants to Tronica, who's part of Spinel City Dozenals. Being Kanbordian Tronican Spinelians have potential to over-celebrate that can lead to entire roster over-celebrating.
Alright, Mark, as the DVR recording is halted and subject for deletion, as I do also follow KBR and OTK in esports. This is for USC Stars plays at Alito DG Arena in LAN Party. Any status on female at Neo Arena in which led to porn on Vero Plus, now Xylem casting RDK TV? Zipster, she has been arrested by Elite City Police, as I chatted to my friend at Neo Arena. Anyhow, I am monitoring the esports match gamer battle of KanborD City Rebellion in Optic Kanbor, as I am watching the live stream while my friends at EDA compete in friendly and sim racing in Speed Blitz 2025. First off, which track in Speed Blitz 2025? Hope it's not Kanbor Futura. It's Alito Futura. Good, this is you should be aware, the esports match and subject, in KanborD City may be in jeopardy. One of the Kanbor Spinelian in the roster in Optic Kanbor, he is hyped on the Kanbor Spinel Dozy half-year. Whoa, I must have to listen to the commentator's words and note the time. Okay Scott, this is I Zion to monitor Alito GRNet 3, this is I check the time, toward 2:59 p.m, to the final 60 seconds, anyhow Elite City, Alftronic City, Omnistar, even Xenopolis City, Silver City Corgitopia, even the Kudopak and others to celebrate the Tronic Way at 3:12. Due to this month being month of awareness of the Tronic Diamond measurement and timekeeping system, even Webchester to follow suit as with Dozatopia. However, Dozatopia and Webchester is not part of the TDU as they opted in as per their discretion even in the Kanbor world in Kanbordian Federation Kingdom in the heart of City Kanbor Metro in Central Zone, KanborD City at the Kanbor Tronics District being RDK 3000 TriStar KanborD unit. Division Center HQ to start at 12:12 a.m. after brief 3-minute fireworks show for the original counterpart. They to stop by 3:03 p.m. Elite City, 003 kbts, then reset it and fire for the tronic counterpart to occur in the next 12 minutes. And 0 seconds exactly, as it's the KanborZeven spinelian duodecimal slash dozenal half year. This while, oh my god. Optic Kanbor. SE Stars plays, any words on the commentators? They are over celebrating, in-game, KanborD City Rebellion just imposed game pause. Mark Zaniels, are you in contact with your colleagues?
Yes, OTK just went out of the gaming chairs as they go blitz out, as I heard from Trexer. He said, they get Trexed out to the max. I am in comms in voice call with Kin 2000 at RDK Gone, in which he celebrated in safe way, then learn of OTK, as he sounded alarmed to Rikikin. He is at RDK 3000 TriStar KanborD Unit Division Center HQ. He left KanborDG Arena in past half hour. Raptor. I am Robert X Cryptor, Robert Zarkers, Kin 2000 with important news. The match share is over. The match share is called off. Optic Kanbor has been disqualified for Game 7 over celebration of the KanborZeven Spinelian duodecimal half year of second half of KB.SDY 1 Grove and 2 dozen deck, or 178 in main, not tronic, due to rule. The opponent earn an automatic match share point, being KanborD City Rebellion as they wins. Final score being 4-3, KBR. The bracket is double elimination, however Optic Kanbor is now banned from esports until Kb.P 22, being 2027, EY 1027 is one of the matches who to take against Kanbor Face. In lower bracket is Gonzeld, leading to automatic advancement for Kanbor Face. What? Optic Kanbor and Kanbor Face match in lower elimination cancelled? Yes. Chris Arrow Elita of Vero and Arrow. You should note the teletype that is sent to YAT. Relay from Administration Office to RDK KBSP from Head Leader King. Ryan M. Crypter, stating due to Kasper's law to respect furries in diapers after this afternoon's event, in which is related to subject concerning the offensive content on Vero Plus and Arrow Breeze. Production of VWG2N Extra on Vero Plus and Arrow Breeze. Also VWG2N on Vero and Arrow for tonight to be violation of Kasper's law being disrespect to furries in diapers and R3 Trex kids, as the show must be preempted for tonight but tomorrow's episode to go ahead as planned. However, in replacement to be programming is per RDK KBSP and Trex Vision 8's discretion from 1800 hours to 2000 hours regarding Halloween related programming. Understood. Richard R.S. Crypter of RDK 3000 TriStar. As I knew this would have to happen. I, Chris Arrow Elita, must inform the VWG2N crew that tonight's episode to be cancelled as per Kasper's law and RDK TSR code DP enforcement, stating media advisory from RDK 3000 TriStar NELRTC plus TDTCA after some diaper furry hater who tried to harm the furries in diapers and special needs. At RDK TSR side after suffering blowout after being offended by the lady exposing breasts, but was tackled down by RDK TSR staff while Mark Star Trex was going to alert Elitotronics telemedia security of topless female heading to RDK TSR HQ. Also yelled to alert Mark E. Crypter and Chris K. Crypter and RDK TVSP producers of subject, in which RDK TV went into ad break. I to also invoke programming notice slide on the topper since we are under ad break.
This is a Vero television programming notice.
What the?
Tonight's episode of BWG2N is being pre-empty for tonight. This after request
Damn.
from RDK 3000 TriStar to respect Kasper's law as part of its code DR enforcement. This after male named Brian Starzuli, 22, residing in Elite City, tried attempt to punch and fistfight the R3 Trez kids at RDK 3000 TriStar to cause injury or death and or do pedo acts after they had a severe blowout that soiled their diapers, as that gets the nasty odor, in which gets Brian's attention to eliminate the youngsters in special needs after topless female being Lady 1 in incident at Master Control AB, who ran unauthorized command showcasing porn at 2:45 p.m. Elite City after topless female new Cambodian Spinelian duodigmal half-year NYE reveler being Lady 2 exposed breasts. Then Lady 1 zoomed into the Lady 2 breasts as Lady 1 ran program on the timer as due to rule yielded BWGT extra episode to conclude. As
But
Lady
why?
1 exposed breasts to the R3 Trez kids after exiting Elitotronics telemedia to RDK 3000 TriStar as they had a severe blowout as they were severely offended. The topless female being Lady 1 and Lady 2 plus Brian S. is permanently banned from RDK 3000 TriStar HQ and Alito Plaza Center plus Elitotronics telemedia HQ, since the trios are relatives. To respect the events and furries in diapers, in compliance, for tonight, BWG2N episode to be pre-emptied as with BWG2N on Vero Plus and Arrow Breeze. The hosts to be
Why
back
would
for tomorrow's
tonight's
episode, as they can be
BWG2N
reassigned to
episode
cover
need
for
to be
Alito
axed?
GR Net for
Vero and
tonight.
Arrow needs to respect the furries in diapers, including us, as tonight's VWG2N episode is banned for the evening after incident concerning diapered furry hater, as he bold to us, even threatened to harass, dox, and do fetish and kinkish acts to us and to force us in pedo acts, although he punched one of the dummies resembling us, causing the dummy to rip with feathers to fly, in which Farah, Corey Z. Crypter, Corey Zanders noted it and tackled him down after the female exposed breasts to us, in which we were severely offended. We had a huge blowout. We have to remain in the bureau for tonight and all day tomorrow. Kasper, actually, our parents to take us home this evening as they to pick us up at 9 o'clock. Noted, Skittles. Skittles. Yes, Scott. Scott Daniels must wonder, what's the status of Aerostar vs Spinel City soccer match, plus the firestorm in the coast is? Unsure. Mickey, what's up on the 2 soccer matches this afternoon?
Elite City Firestorm leads 3-2 against Costa Aero Costas. Wait a minute. 4-2 Firestorm as the Elite City Firestorm soccer player just scored a goal. Spinel City Spinels has been disqualified and banned from soccer tournament until 2027, EY 1027. 18-month suspension as the roster over-celebrated, led by 2 of the Tronican Canbordian Spinellians who over-celebrated the Canbordian Spilanian duodecimal half-year during second half. As this resulted in false fire alarm and tornado siren active action by the fans at Aerodome as they celebrated in Tronic method, in which occurred since 3:12 or .800, 3 toward 3. This means Aristar Knicks winning by default, however due to the stadium a mess, they to compete against winner of the match at the venue of the city. Being Elite City Firestorm or Costa Aero Costas over at Zendome or Costa Stadium, as Costa Stadium is in use for non-soccer event regarding musical performance.
I Skittles wonder, which singer or band, and when is the next match if Costas or Firestorm win?
Dianzi to be performing at Costa Stadium as the signer is on the Xenopolian tour. Tomorrow in quarterfinals, Wednesday October 22nd, 2025 and Quat Dis Kappa 22nd, EY 1025, ED 294 at 1400 hours, 2 o'clock, PM in the afternoon, 75.0 EMT, 1800 TRX, tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock being 1 in the afternoon in Xenopolis City time.
Are you sure? Mickey Daniels, Mickey D. Cryptor, Shaker, tomorrow at 2 o'clock, PM.
Yes, Organi, at 1400 hours. For those wondering on broadcast, on Alito Sportnet 3.
Iraqi wonder, is there any radio coverage?
Yes, on Alito Sport Radio and on RDK 3000 TriStar Radio Service 3. Shaker, take note ICANN 2000 is still in video call with you, what you said, the match also to be on KanborZeven TV at 2300 hours KBTS 22nd Kanayan Kb.P 20 on one network under Canber Telemedia, Canbernet Sport. Channel 33 under Canber Cable but with pause for Canbor Decent Renews at midnight, but one network under KBMK, KB Sport X, Channel 28 in Canber Cable, to have non-stop coverage as well.
Mickey, who's the fellow in video call?
Robert Zarkers, Robert X Cryptor, KAN 2000 at RDK 3000 TriStar Canbor D Unit Division Center HQ in Canbor D City.
I Skittles wonder what he said, Kanian, what does that mean?
Iraqi must explain, this being the month on the KanborZeven regional calendar of the Canberra year Kb.P 20 corresponding to fictional character Kaniam from TV show Gravity Falls, corresponding to the month of October 2025 and Kappa.EY 1025 being current month. In short, correspond to this month, October.
Yes, Rocky, this as the month is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. For some reason, in last week's episode of VWG2N in which Mark J. Phelps was reporting on the subject in relation to monthly event in support of breast cancer awareness, however he was off script, saying the other B word, boobies, rather than breasts. This triggered action word in which topless females appear but some deterrent gets toggled, as I heard from those at production of RDK 3000 Trista television service. Richard R. told Vero and Aero for immediate deterrent and immediately hand off to RDK Newsline hosts. I had to text you to tell the squad and the rest of you plus the owners led by Mark X Cryptor, to head to RDK 3000 Trista main HQ to avoid sight of topless female and head to 3rd floor as you were in Elito Plaza Center 2nd floor at time of event.
Yes, Ben Bearshaw, as I Mark X Cryptor note, this actually occurred October 1st, 2025 at 1938, this is VWG2N episode needed to conclude as per RDK TVSP request.
Hey there Andrew. Hey there Zion. Take note, I have since learned on the car radio and called my friend who noted report on Elito News 24 Deckmill, Jinx 24 and RDK TV, correspondents for Canberra Elito Express, Jinx News and RDK 3000 TriStar today say that they to do it again tonight on the event at 8 o'clock this evening. Troy and Desanud 0, subject in relation to the Dozatopian new sign year of sign year 5 Mo 8 Groven 6, or 9798 as its new sign year's eve or new Siniani plus eve of the new hexabiquates, or half-triquates, or dozani, as a dozani or dozenal year, not to be confused to solar year, is 1 great gross or moven, 1728 days as half of it is 6 groven, or 864 days. It gets divided into a dozen dozemptus being dozenal seasons, of 2 dozen semanas, as each semana equals 6 days as 12 days, 2 semanas equal to a dozik, as they to refer as new hexaenquidmal. Wait a minute, this is a KanborZeven spinelian duodecimal or Rio duodecimal year in which they call as Siniani is 6 dozen or 72 semanas / hex weeks, 3 groven, 432 days, as 1728 divided by 432 equals 4, as 4 of these is a dozani? Yes, is it to be dozani 1 mo 5 groven 1.6 or 2449 and a half? This is the KanborZeven spinelian duodecimal year is in fact called a trini biquates, or a trini enquidmal? Yes, as I do recall, a tim is to multiply 12 to the power negative 5 days, being 2 dozen moseth, as a timel is a sixths of a tim, a millionths of a day being 12 to power of negative 6. This explains you put on the dozenal speedometer on the center of the screen on the dash and vels and TGM and velocitals and premel? Yes. However, the driver's side gauges remain set to kina nitros per choy in kilometers per hour, secondary of ciometros per trocant. However, a trocant is a primary timekeeping system for the tronic diamond measurement system. A dozenal counterpart is a timel, as they call as dozkant.
(24EH) rundown for Tuesday, October 21st, 2025 and Traere dies Kappa 21st EY 1025, ED 293. 1 dwell to go. Dozadopians gear up for final 2 hours to the new Sinani and Hexa and Quatimal or semi-dozeny with celebrations in TDU and Elitopia as well plus Webchester and on board the Retrex Swan into Sea of Rio. Trending tonight, epic fireworks across KanborZeven Federation Kingdom for the new KanborZeven Spinelian duodecimal half year. We recap the footage of the fireworks. Brian Starzuli has been sentenced to life imprisonment for attempted attack to furries in diapers at RDK 3000 TriStar Main HQ, thwarted by RDK 3000 TriStar staff, in violation of Diapered Furries Protection Act. We can't show the squad faces due to RDK TSR code DR enforcement.
Phew! Good thing they are safe. I do heard from friend Corey Zanders, he tackled Brian down soon enough as he told Mark Zaniels to alert security. I do applaud their efforts to stop Brian.
Oh boy, I must have to divert to a lithosphere as I check the in-car clock, down to the final 2 decinutes toward the final minute to HNM Rio and New Sign Annie.
I must have to head home to the Xylostars immediately as I am out of downtown. As I Steve Xylostar must to get a hold of Trexer, TrexCZ and Zine Z at the RDK 3000 TriStar Main HQ. I to grab some new Sinani cake from kitchen and to head to RDK 3000 TriStar Main HQ. Why are you taking unexpected detour and shortcut?
Detour to Alito Square, the NYE ball is lowered as per report on car radio, for the new Hexa Enquitimal in next trice, 2 Dunatims, in the next minute.
Verwatuki, what with the sudden sharp right turn?
New Dositopian sign year and semi-dozier in the next 30 seconds, we must head to Alito Sphere.
Mark X Cryptor. Is the R3 Trex kids wearing double ear protection?
Yes, Organi Skunkistan.
Good.
This is in behalf of RDK Newsline, wishing those a happy new month Rio plus Ultimo PN and Dozidopian Solar plus happy new sign Annie / Hexa and Quaytimal.
Happening now. Happy New Sinani, Hexa Enquitimal. It's the halftime of the Dozani of 1 Mosin 5 Grubin 1 and New Sinani of 5 Mosin 8 Grubin and 6 as we take new live to Sky Cams of Elite City, Alptronic City, and Dozitopus also KanborZeven City, in which RDK Con has used different methods to set off fireworks for the event as fireworks go off as with other areas of the TVU. Plus onboard Neo Trex Swan providing the live cam from onboard via sister network R8664 Vision.
Feed from Doza Street in Elite City auto-censored due to code MCHE. Minecraft Herobrine game chat and screamer a time prior to fireworks representing Elvism, not B, or turn 3.
This explains the nuisance blaring via car. This says, whoa. Someone ran into the said car and pulled the fellow out of the vehicle, and apparently turned down the volume.
Yo, the CD in question as you blasted the subject via CD. Via car stereo, gets destroyed. Snapped in half and tossed to the trash. You must think twice on doing such act.
For those who may be aware, I am Zalen Rolexina from ProKip Tech. This is for you.
Yo, deal with him. He blasted the subject via car in which I stopped the annoying audible.
Who is he?
Alex.
Alex, you are in blatant violation of the KanborZeven Spinely and duodecimal timekeeping in triple L Acton Spinely and Greenwich time clock mode a second toward the second half of the KanborZeven Spinely and duodecimal year of KB.SDY Roven 2 dozen dead. You are being sent to KanborZeven City for punishment.
Good grief. This is I to call the tow truck. Get him calmed, Zalen, as his car also needs to go, as it to be towed.
Yes, This is the vehicle needs to be towed big time. Good thing you destroyed and tossed out the CD.
Yes, as I Mark Blake learned, that is a huge no-no, as he gets karma as a result.
Take note it's in a format of the 13 Lunation Goddess lunar calendar as its 4th of Caradwen of Goddess lunar year 119, or Scropio 4th on the zodiac solar of year 2025. As the new month on the zodiac solar and goddess plus Urim lunar calendars occurs on same day, October 22, 2025 and Kappa 22nd, EY 1025 as today is the 25th, meaning a hex week toward Halloween.
Verwatuki, do you also have the other calendar for October 2025 and Kappa EY 1025 and 7-day week format?
Certainly, Crinkles, as it's on the adjacent wall being the new 2026 16-month calendar with final 4 months of the current year I brought this morning.
Where did you get the calendar?
The one calendar I brought it online. The others I brought at Delta 6 and Rex Clocks.
I must need to get the calendar for me, Crinkles Konlaki, as we are down to 2 months to Christmas and less than 10 weeks to the new year of 2026. EY 1026 is once after Halloween comes November with final 2 months of the year. Ilito Thanksgiving on final quat days of Lambda to be 27th, in line to Zeno counterpart on final Thursday of November. However, Tronic counterpart observed on 0's day or 5's day prior to final per day of Lambda to be November 26th, being TDU holiday for TDU1 and TDU2, meaning federal holiday in Xenopolia, Korhatopia, Blitz Dinozania, and even Hugh Exitex Union, Swathopia, Tontopia and Kyoto Pack Union, but not a federal holiday in Elitopia but school and campus holiday for the students, also for Eritopia, Neoionica, and Ryopia but provincial holiday in New Omega Rock.
Correct. This is Black Friday on the 28th of next month, but we have half hour to the start of new month on Korjatopian, as I heard the report on car radio on my Desol, Hotel of Korjat year 988.
This is we to head to Ilito Plaza Center to the Ilito NYE Central while at it. We must get some pumpkins for the jack-o'-lanterns as we have our homes decorated for Halloween, but for the raid Zutters, he and his family decored it to the max.
Yes, as I look out the window, this is Daniel Reitzer and next door neighbor Andrew Conistar has really put up some decent decorations, as, oh my, they spot us, as Daniel and Andrew is coming toward the door with Mark Zaniels and Corey Zanders in their cars, as I must answer.
No wonder you answered the door before I ring the doorbell. Anyhow, I and Andrew plus Mark and Corey would like to invite you for the afternoon and evening outing.
This is we to eat out at the restaurant in the evening. Also to celebrate H&M Korjatopian Hotel 987 CJE at 3 o'clock. Plus do some other activities to be told by Mark Zaniels.
Sure, Crinkles, we shall go out for the Saturday outing.
Good timing, Verwatuki, as I am already prepared for it, as my Mazda 6 is packed for it.
Corey Zanders, I Jared note on the gauges of your car, the CZ Mobile, regarding the subject in center console. I note it's the secondary gauges but not physical ones. Can it be customized?
Yes, Jared, as I Farah can put this on the gauges. That was Joseph Kanders from KBGRESP deck from KDA. This is it's tied 2-2 as the KanborZeven Esports is heated and contested.
Anyhow, we'll be taking another commercial break. I am Mark J. Phelps.
I am Melissa Katzenschen.
I am Robert James, and VWGT on Arrow and Vero will be right back. Stay with VWGT. We'll be right back after ad break from sponsors. Good thing it's an attempt as this was shown on feed VG9, otherwise would set off auto sensor on feed VG9 as Ichigo stops her as her bra was still on as Ichigo grabs her hands and holds it tight and says, "Don't even think on going topless on triple deck act in Kanber Spinel countdown." While getting horn blasted by Steel, who takes weekend off as Ichigo escorts her to the washroom and told her, "Put your clothes back on."
Even though this was an attempt, she violated a rule being clothing policy as she gets a warning as it's her first as you escorted her to the ladies' washroom to get changed.
Yes, Richard J., as clothing is required, we refuse service for those wearing no shirt, hence the sign, no shoes, no shirt, no service. Yes, Ichigo as I lie and Jared Ray star note, you wrote the sign? Yes. Ikenko was going to use karate but was told not to by Aries, as he said, Ichigo Raystar, being the Alito GR bar staff, to deal with her himself, this as he escort the female to this washroom? Yes, as I tracks Rex note, she is putting on her top and pants. This must be my sister Renee Iojali, thank God one of the staff stops her from conducting stupidity as I note. On triple deck act attempt on triple deck in COR jot clocks countdown to HNM Korhatapian of Hotel 988 CJE, as I am was born Korhatapian and residing my early years in Silver City. Korhatapia before residing later years in Altronic City, Tronica then to Elite City, Federal District, Ilitopia as she apologized as she heads to the washroom to put clothing back on. I do note the COR jot clocks countdown clock on the TV set to do a decimal X and E. I had to switch to A and B for deck and L then switch to trocants to determine how much Kia trocants left then changed to standard minutes and seconds to determine time left before meeting U3.
Yes, as I Renee note, it is wrong to do it. This is someone I know, who done it but held outside being nicknamed Crinkies. She gone topless on triple deck act to movie release premiere at EPC ends up esports. Once we used to watch Movietron. Aries ends up esports watch party on evening of October 9, 2025. She gets confronted by Zaalan as the duos head to KanborZeven City as Crinkies get punished to death for abuse to KanborZeven Spinely and Dosnal timekeeping, or as you call as Korjatopian time keep JNG Alpha. In triple deck stupidity and TV network in Savage City broadcast suspension for weekend ending up shut down, an incident in which TV network gets destroyed causing related incidents and soccer tournament third place in Savage City moved to Elite City. By the way, does it get held at 3 o'clock?
I Mark Iojali also wonder, does it get scheduled at 3 o'clock p.m.? It gets rescheduled to 8 o'clock p.m. due to one in the roster, Kb.P born who resides in Hex City, Hex to polio potential to over-celebrate, as in an abundance of caution, delayed it to prime time. Yes, Illidatina, Stefan Illidistan, as Irex tracks Zion note, to occur at 2000 hours tonight. Noted, 8 o'clock tonight, 0 Kiotrokants, same venue? Mark, yes, Zendome, however tickets are sold out. There are several watch parties of the soccer match if you like to attend even at Alito Plaza Center. Yes, Trax Rex, as Ikenka, Scott Alito Starkup learn, also held at the Blitz but be warned, to be quite packed, so it to be very busy. This while we to head up the stairs.
Mark, are we heading to the Alito Digi Arena? There is esports going on in watch party, plus the other one in watch party to begin afterward?
No. We to head to Alito NYE Central. We are heading that away to Trex Water Park but to detour and take the stairs to go up, and then head west. This as there's the boutiques at second floor on the midwing as there's a playground area and jump pad area. The ballroom is adjacent to the nightclub and above it is the Alito NYE Central in the west wing as we are at the east wing. Action Skate Park is located at first floor, ballroom, and nightclub is further down the walkway to midwing and west wing.
I wonder where is the sports bar, the zone? And how can I obtain the menu? I note it have many televisions, tuned to sports networks including Alito Sportnet, maybe Alito RevNet during autosport races.
Yes, it's to the west of boutiques. Once we head to Canberra Catawalk, as you must note, tropical restaurant, Alito Costa, there is the stairs that lead to it but it leads to first floor as the entrance is beside. There is a balcony overseeing the tropical restaurant.
That was the Alito GRESP Daily Top 10 Afternoon Edition. As always, the podcast version drops by around 2:36 p.m. Alito City, 77.5 EMT, 1860 TRX daily as you can listen to it on the website. Also available where you listen to on various providers, so you listen to smart speaker or on the go.
Earlier in VWGT, we discussed the game and convention starting this weekend lasting until end of next weekend. But it is not being held in Alito City, Federal District, Alitopia, nor across Alitopian Kingdom, or Xenopolio down south, or Blitzdynzimia and Wixar to east, nor Iopia, Eritopia and Neounic, even Alpha Continent, even not in Elftronic City, Omnistar or within Tronica or Diamonia, or elsewhere within TDU including Huexitex Union, Tomtopia, Zwatopia, Kudopak Union even Korjatopia. However, unrelated non-gaming and non-esports event in CJP being Happy New Month Regional of Hotel 988 CJE atop of hour, so take note.
This also not held in KanborD City and across KanborD Federation Kingdom, nor elsewhere across Kanbor World. The event occurs outside Kanbor World and Tronic Diamond Union as it's also not occurring in Webchesterfield and Webchester but to the south of it, and also south of Tronica, being Doztopolis being the annual event held in the capital, Dozen City, Dozen Gamer Convention Expo 2025, EY 1025, NTS 1000, and 1.0. TDE 2002 but they name it based on the regional calendar system, 6 Mos 8 Grove 5 DOS 8, HDE, Sign Year 5 Mos 8 Grove 6, Mos Dia 1 Mo 5 Grove 1 Zot 6 being Solar Year 11,588, Sign Year 9,798 and Motsida 2,449 Grajdia 6 and Base 10 as they call it is, DOS GR Expo 6858.
We do not have a VWGT nor Alito GRNet correspondent nor correspondents from Alitotronics Telemedia, including Alito News 24 Dick Mill, Jinx News, Trots 8 News, Chronos, even from affiliates X24, Trona Newsnet, Bialmo Newsnet, TD News Mill, KBGRESP Dick, KB News 24 Dick Mill, KBHWT Net 4, CJ News 24, Rewa News 24, Rewa News World, Canberra Telemedia, Pi 3, 14, Net 27, even WBC News, nor RDK 3000 TriStar. As we learn, subject gets mentioned on 24-hour news channel DOS News 2 dozen as we start VWGT cast of DOS News 2 dozen being DOS News 24, 12.
Take no time mentioned in its regional timekeeping also TGN, in Primal Metrology Systems and Dozenal as the conversion is on the news banner, but for RDK TV viewers take note. Marky Cryptor and Chris K. Cryptor may break it.
Kinka, Illidatina? Yes, Trax Rex. Irex Trax Zion wonder if we to head to Alito NYE Central to celebrate the Happy New Month Kb.P or go to the balcony overseeing it. I Scott Alito Starkup must have to shop at one boutique. we to head to the balcony. Which one? Rex clocks. For what? New clock. New wristwatch. Not that, to get a new 2026, EY 1026 weekly planner, as I already have the Japanese one for Reiwa 8. I also do have a new felt tip pen as its black one end, red on other end, as I also went to Arts and Crafts store to get a new calligraphy pen to write in Japanese, and of course Canberlish and Elitish, in native, and some speciality paper too. I Trax Rex also got the said pen, for cursive writing, also speciality paper as it's in my bag, in hatch of my car, also the felt tip pen but in multicolor pack. As I got one at hand as with new notebook but rest in bag at hatch of my car, plugged in at EV charging to top off charge, 2025 Flex Connex, RS. EEP. I kinka heard the HHK, SHK, NHK style news flash chimes and stings on the TV, and one of it being noted, oh god, if you have DVR recording on VWGT, Tomaray, stop it now. Scott, DVR is in use for HNM Korhata P and countdown via Elito News 24 Dec Mil. Yes, Rex, as I Stefan also have my DVR in my casa also in use but for another subject, Taxican soccer in day 1 of playoffs on Elito Latino TV in Spanish. Good, cause VWGT episode gets to conclude on Aero for esports, as VWGT extra on Aero Breeze and Vero plus also to end for same subject, the show may end on Vero imminently, so take note. This is you may need to amend DVR cause VWG2 and to be preempted due to esports on Halo WC Day 2 in Altverse but on Vero being soccer? Hold up, Kenka. Esports match result, from KanborD City, Mudcup City DG Kips defeat Cloud Z, 3-2 at the KDA. I am Mark Star Trex from Trex Vision 8 Trex 8 News at Studio TX8. I must have to break in for VWGT due to VWGT hosts who are unavailable. We have an esports alert to pass to you, concerning results of 3rd place match of Canberra Olympics 2025, EY 1025, Mudcup City DG Kips has defeated Cloud Z in a 3-2 match score in best of 5 and Zada 2. This in elimination final. To repeat, Mudcup City DG Kips has defeated Cloud Z in a 3-2 match score in best of 5 in Zada 2. This in elimination final, Mudcup City DG Kips to face on against KanborD City Rebellion, in the Canberra Olympics 2025 Grand Finals to occur next Pikakota 27th Con Ion, KB.P 20. Zephyrodia 6th of Dec Mesa KB.SDY Grove 2 DOS Dec Semana 3 DOS 1, Monday October 27th, 2025, and Treyaridize, Kappa 27th, EY 1025, ED 299 at 1900 hours KBTS, 74 DOS 7 KBDZT, 10 o'clock, AM Elite City, 58.3 EMT, 1400 TRX. Originally tomorrow but it has been rescheduled for next Monday due to esports watch party at the KTA in Altverse of Day 3 of Halo World Championship 2025 and Championship Sunday including Grand Finals. Stand by for a programming notice.
This is a Vero Television programming notice. VWGT episode termination notice.
We have a programming notice to pass to you. VWGT episode needs to conclude as the VWGT hosts to cover in relation to Halo World Championship 2025 as Elito GRNet requests the show to conclude after covering KanborD Esports Game Day live today on Cloud Z vs Mudcup City DG Kips ends up to cover Halo World Championship 2025. In which previously VWGT on Vero TV into intermission, while Aerovision airs Game Day Live Today and sudden move for action on KanborD Esports regarding Mudcup City DG Kips ends up to cover Halo World Championship 2025, as VWG2 and to be preempted due to esports on Halo WC 25 on Aerovision, and for soccer coverage for Elite City Firestorm and Hex City Hexies Intronic Diamond Soccer Cup Playoffs 2025, 3rd place on Vero TV. This is Trex Vision 8 requests Game Day Live Today to air on Aerovision only, not on Vero due to topics involving feature on Trex 8 News at 4 o'clock PM Elite City on the soccer match in question as the fellows from RDK 3000 TriStar today will also cover the subject as well, in which RDK TSRT Xylem cast to be up next at top of the hour. I am Mark Star Trex over at Trex 8 News Central, Studio TX8 at Elitotronics Telemedia HQ in Elite City, Federal District, Elitopia, signing off as this has been VWGT. We will hand off back to Dozen News 2 DOS-1 DOS Xylem cast for filler programming unless told by RDK TVSP, ABM, INMC, ETXTM or Synergy Media. Corey Zanders, good thing my DVR at my house and your DVR at your residence is recording Elito News 24 Dec Mil for HNM. CJP while my bros I own to arm his DVR for Alito GR net for the esports in AV, as the other match from KanborD City is finished. I Darren 48 must check this TV.
This is the Doza Napoleon esports match kickoff at the DOS GR Expo 6858 to begin tomorrow, being Optic Deck versus FAZL, they to compete in Best of L, in Dazalo to begin at midday, about 6000 when 1 dozen o'clock. This being 6 trices in pre-mel and 1 mo 2 grove dunatims in TGM timekeeping.
I mark Zaniel's Wonder, being 0800 hours, 50.0 EMT, 1200 TRX tomorrow, Sunday October 26th. 2025 and Viadas Kappa 26th, EY 1025, ED 298. Being best of 11? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh god. Auto sensor went off. This is I know. Triple deck act but thank god. Not on KanborD and Spinelian duodecimal but on system other than it. Being Rio dozenal type D. This in clock, not in chrono or DOS countdown. Yes, as I mark Zaniel's note. Occurring within the primal birther, being a dozen trices, of deck trices, deck dozen deck birthers, at zit 9 4 deck, and in type X, 1 DOS 6, 4 DOS deck, deck, in type D, 1 DOS 6, 9 DOS 9, 9 DOS 9, at 1449, and 5.4 seconds as she represents as 1 6, 4X, XX, and zit 9 4 XXX when she exposed breasts that led to auto censor.
Yes. Mark Zaniels, as that being Kanbor legacy as the last 3 digits refers to XXX in relation to sex, porn, nudity, 18+, NSFW, explicit content, but also for another purpose, being 3 strikes as she gets strikeout as 3 X's becomes AK. This is I note the TV, she gets strikeout. Arrested by the cops at the convention center in Dozen City, Dozitopolis.
Yes, this explains the foot bar on RDK TV on Code T Act in which gets cleared as Corey Xander's note. She to face death penalty as legal system differs from Dozidopolis compared to Elitopia and Tronic Diamond Union as it warrants jail. If done in Elitopia and across TDU also Webchester. Yes Corey Xanders, as even female furries need to keep their clothes on and not to expose the furry breasts.
Yes, as I Wawatuki note, going topless is frowned upon, unless if it's in a term of automotive when the hardtop gets put down in the case for my 1995 Honda de Sol as I put down the hardtop as it's a nice day, only to put up once I park for security.
Yes, as I Daniel ETX Cryptor note, what Wawatuki said, this is that's the same for your new car. 2026 Flex Tango PHEV. Bro Mark Alito Trekstar being similar to the upcoming 2026 Renault Twingo Electric but extra things for functionality and practicability.
Yes, however no wonder, show on Doze News 2 dozen, 10 dozen, or 24/12, inspired to Alito News 24 Deck Mills 24 EH, Tumos Dozidopian Dunatims gets rated adult, EL, 18A, for today's show.
This due to unresolved Code T Act on the video billboards at the Dozitopian Capishal. Showcasing explicit content as that is to end at 1500 when systems get unlocked and mediums stop playing. This in just close to 8 minutes time.
I really hope so as doing such act is illegal when shown on video boards, as it were done by DELCA systems, it to get auto-censored preventing the explicit content to show. This is the 3 amigos head to balcony as Raptor, Farah, Darren 48, Andrew, Crinkles and Verwatuki head other way, as I heard from Mark Zaniels, to head to Chicken Hut.
Yes, this as we to go there but later on.
Correct. This while we did check out Action Skate Park and Skater Shop.
Trexer, I swift do note. I wonder what's on agenda on esports in two fronts, as today is the 29th, as we would have showcased the encore of two of the quarterfinals in League of Legends Worlds 2025, in Ulfers in Joneland. Since the matches occurred overnight, as Gen G defeats Hanwha Life Esports 3-1 on 28th, and KT Rolster blanks CTBC Flying Oster 3 in a row last night.
The presentations of the two matches in Encore gets axed due to hockey from Doge City. Dogeland is the hockey team, Doge City Doggers. They are on a non-stop winning streak, plus gridiron football from the Rio Football League, RFL. In Worlds TX.Y25, in Altverse Esports, in overnight in which my bro Zenzi Cryptor is deveering the subject, G2 Esports takes on against Top Esports, and on Devil's Night, Anyone's Legend takes on against T1 on 31st. Then few hours after Happy New Month November 2025, as we to celebrate it on the boat with Zenzi Cryptor's yacht, based on vessel ship clock, Gen G takes on KT, and match 2 on November 2nd, 2025 in semis. Grand final on second weekend of November. This is Rio.S Cryptor note, for this verse esports, as the sun is rising, Rio City Rebellion takes on against CloudX, and Elite City Galaxy vs Optic Elito, in Synergy Kiptel Extreme Elite City RY.E65, in semis, matches to be held in two venues at the same time, RCR and CX at Neo Arena. ECG and OTE at Elito DG Arena, as the schedule was updated just a few hours ago. This result in alarm, but to avoid confusion with muster alarm, a 3-note melody tune gets played on repeat. Both matches to begin at 1400 hours. Third place is tonight, grand finals tomorrow. Yes, Rio.S Cryptor, however we are on Rio River, as we are not far toward Rio City, as we are to divert south to Trex River, in which we to go past the Elito Trex Tower, formerly as Retrex Tower, home of what used to be RDK 3000 TriStar Trex Unit Division Center HQ. Now as data center facility for RDK 3000 TriStar, in what used to be Trex City, Trex Land, now as Elite Cities Trex District. Once we border cross to Elitopia, this is DG Trex Esports Arena becomes a gym. TV network Trex Media becomes a playout ops center for Elitotronics Telemedia, and Trex Arena becomes a go-kart track.
Anyhow, for UK Deck, Scott Blake, I Kirby, Mark Blake must note, what with the activity to the west toward Trony Diamond Street on KanborZeven Street west of Elito Plaza Center toward Muni and Kiplian Streets, even within campus of Elitopian University, that gets attention to students. Even near the zoo, Elite City Zoo and Animal Safari Center, in which zookeepers were informed and impose hold and secure in precautionary measure.
This for Happy New Month Kiplian Solar and Duodecimal, and the new Kiplian Duodecimal half year at top of the hour.
Kiplian Duodecimal half year?
Yes.
I must check the time and today's date on the Kiplian Dozy calendar, as I note solar. 31st of outgoing month. Opal of Kiplian year 400. Being Friday, October 31st, 2025, and Pleiades Kappa 31st. EY 1025. ED 303. Being 2 Doze 8th of 6th month of Perlian, of DOZ year 2 Grove 7 Doze 9 on an Octi, and Bende being DOZ year 381, month 6, day 32. As I also note 31st Conian Kb.P 20 on a Surfetoda, as it's also to be Marcoyan month once clock striles 3 o'clock, p.m. Elite City time being 12 midnight in KanborZeven City from a Surfetoda to a Sparkloda being Saturday, November 1st, 2025 and to be Beaties Lambda 1st, EY 1025, ED 304. It to be Tapas in Solar, Ruban in Dozy.
Yes, Kirby, this is the attention for the evening to be Happy New Month Illutopian and Tronic Diamond of Lambda EY 1025 and TDE 2002, to occur at 8 o'clock p.m. Elite City, 00.0 EMT. 0000 TRX. Then at midnight the fellows on the boat docked at Alpha River to set off fireworks for Happy New Month Civil of November 2025. This at midnight Elite City time, 12 o'clock a.m., 0000 hours.
Oh yes. This is I note the longboat as once I arrive at dock, I met with Trexer, Rex Z Cryptor from RDK 3000 TriStar as with Swift, Rio Zion plus Rio Z Cryptor. They said, they to sound the Trex siren for HNM Kiplian, KanborZeven, TD Elito and Civil in celebration on both the Ride Trex Swan with fireworks on the boat and of course the RDK TSR main HQ in siren sound off.
Mark E. Cryptor from Studio RD. We have a programming alert to pass to you for those at RDK ESP.net 3. Today's Xylem cast of VWGT Extra from Aero Breeze and Vero Plus needs to halt as we learn from Vero and Aero. VWGT Extra on Aero Breeze and Vero Plus needs to conclude due to the substitute hosts over celebrating HNM Kiplian Solar and Dozy and the Kiplian Dozy half year as we learn. They are now unfit to cover for remainder of the show. To repeat, today's Xylem cast of VWGT Extra from Aero Breeze and Vero Plus needs to halt over VWGT Extra on Aero Breeze and Vero Plus concluding prematurely due to the substitute hosts over celebrating HNM Kiplian Solar and Dozy and the Kiplian Dozy half year.
I am Chris K. Cryptor. Due to the nature of the event of the Kiplian Dozinal half year, RDK 3000 TriStar today to start an hour early and to extend in a 3-hour special edition also to cover other events. This means as per RDK Kb.SP discretion. VWGT Silimcast on RDK 3000 TriStar Television Survey for today needs to conclude, as Trex Vision 8. And Jinx TV also does the same as Trex Vision 8 to Silimcast RDK TV. As Jinx TV to Silimcast Jinx 24 for remainder of the afternoon. To repeat, due to the nature of the event of the Kiplian Dozinal half year, RDK 3000 TriStar today to start an hour early and to extend in a 3-hour special edition also to cover other events. This means as per RDK Kb.SP discretion. VWGT Silimcast on RDK 3000 TriStar Television Survey for today needs to conclude. VWG2N Silimcast to be pre-empty for tonight on RDK TV in favor of amended programming due to Happy New Month Alito and Tronic Diamond protocols for RDK Kb.SP.
This is RDK 3000 TriStar today is up next on RDK 3000 TriStar television service. Should you need to still watch VWGT, tune to Vero or Aero now.
Hello, I'm Grass-type Human Gala, WeGo's first launch in Pokemon Logical.
I'm Nessa, I am Water-type Human Gala, WeGo's first launch in Pokemon Logical.
I'm Bea, I am Fire-type Human Gala, WeGo's first launch in Pokemon Logical.
I'm Leon, I am Champions of Gala region, WeGo's to Pokemon Logical, every week night at 8 p.m.
This is RDK 3000 TriStar today. I am Chris K. Cryptor.
And I am Mark E. Cryptor. Broadcasting live and direct from RDK 3000 TriStar RDK Newsline News Center over at RDK 3000 TriStar Main HQ in Elite City, Federal District, Elitopia.
We are powered up always. Always on all RDK networks, television, radio, streaming and more. The latest at this hour.
Talk Perspective on ELN24 and our social network handles at ELN24 and at GameTV with hashtag BRGBSG64. So join the conversation. This is we have one Destiny left to the esports match. Also toward Brian AKP15 is Jared Graystar and Renee Sanders wraps up the countdown to the KanborZeven Productions is their usher Brian AKP15. For all of ELN24 and GameTV, Irene Blake and we have wishes everyone to H&M Brian AKP15 also towards CHQSRJ64 Star 2000 and RDK 3000 TriStar Television Service viewers as we have to say goodbye to his RDK 3000 TriStar today is next. Game on. Blood Red Gaming competes now against G64 Esports in the first to 4 Battle Blitz Wards in a surprise esports match announced at 2:39 p.m. Elite City this afternoon. Happy new KanborZeven month. Brian Aiken year 15. Fireworks are going off now in KanborZeven City as KanborZeven's usher in Brian A month. Live shots coming from KanborZeven City toward live shot of NYE Central at DG Square Latosat as Jared Graystar and Renee Sanders concludes the countdown. They do this again in 5 hours for H&M Lambda month on ESC. Trunk or Treat event is delayed until 3:15 Elite City time this afternoon as Mark Zaniels and Corey Zanders, host of the event, unexpectedly went to NYE Central at DGSELZ to witness and celebrate Brian AKP15. I am Scott Kanders from X News, bringing to you live on location from DG Square Latosat, as this is the first episode of X News on X24 in which X24 has launched just today at midday Elite City time. Anyhow, the lead on X News, Blood Red Gaming and G64 Esports are competing hard in Battle Blitz Warts in a first to 4 best of 7. My brother Richard Kanders, captain of Blood Red Gaming, sure gets on it hard and he means it big time, as it's
We KanborZeven City Rebellion Challenge Cloud X Esports in Esports Match Gamer Battle.
Not today. Due to the news on fate of the KB gamer's sister who got PWNED. She almost exposed breasts on Magic Doscon to Kiplian half-year. Kiplian Council cursed her as with 2 of her friends to death even though she was stopped by Corey Z Cryptor of RDK 3000 TriStar, but I wonder why did they from KBE 227 to curse their 3 fellows to death from here in KBE 224. We to compete tomorrow but it to be held in Alftronic City at Tronic Digi Arena.
Alright. This is we to compete in best of 5 in Tron Laurent, at midnight KBTS.
This automatically defaults to 800 Kiatrokens, due to Tronic rule, being 0, 12 KBTS. But Cloud Deck Esports to request to be held at 750 Kiatrokens, 18Z, 23K.
That is fine to me. We to battle with you tomorrow evening in Alftronic City. By the way, what you said, Doskant, what is the term?
I Mark Z Cryptor, Mark Zaniels to explain. This being a 12th of a second, being 1,036,800 of these in a day, whereas a trocant is a millionths of the day, 54 seconds equal to 648 doskants, being 625 trocants. And for the match, tomorrow, this converts to 1400 hours RDK ELC or ELS, 75.0 EMT, 1800 TRX Saturday November 1st, 2025 and Biatas Lambda 1st, EY 1025, ED 304, as RDK Can and RDK Tron is notified, as with Trexer, Swift, Ryo S Cryptor and the crew. This as I learned from Trixie Z Cryptor, Trixie Zylastar, Retrex Swift, This has resulted in Trek's alarm, but the Trek's siren will remain silent due to being in use for Happy New Month zoned off, with next instance for KanborZeven of Markoyan Kb.P 20, at top of the hour. This is esports player with gamer battle tag Buxton, will not be in the starter 5 for tomorrow's match as he to be on leave until second week of Markoyan Kb.P 20, or November 2025, Lambda EY 1025, and TDE 2002 in the Via Trocant into the next month. In wake of his younger sister who was cursed to death over attempted triple deck act stopped by RDK 3000 TriStar staff. This is we must recap the development in brief. For those who just tuning in, as I Kanbor note, as with Pikachu, there is to be an esports match gamer battle to occur tomorrow at 2 o'clock p.m. Elite City being 75.0 EMT, 1800 TRX, and 2300 hours KBTS, to be held in Altronic City, to be best of 5. Tron Laurent, KanborD City Rebellion to take on against Cloud X at Troni DG Arena.
Yes, Richard, this being Kalishi 9.2 dozen L did 0 KanborZeven duodecimal time, being 9:35 in decimal, base 10, on a 5's day BD, in Wish being on a mid-biatricant break and on a Sparklota evening on a weekend. This is the KBGR crew and I, plus some of the Elito GR net crew including you to be heading to Altronic City tomorrow to cover it even on VWGT on Vero and Arrow.
Yes, this while, incoming. KanborD City Rebellion has just challenged another esports team but based in Elitopia and ELG Game Jam division, to compete in esports match gamer battle, Optic Elito as I Kanbor learn, they to compete not this afternoon but this Friday evening, to occur at 8 o'clock p.m. Elite City, 00.0 EMT. 0000 TRX, Friday October 31st, 2025 and Viadas, Lambda 1st, EY 1025, ED 304, 0500 KBTS first Markoyan Kb.P 20, and 205 KBDZT on Dia L, Mesa L, KB.SDY Grove 2 dozen deck being 11, 100, and 28 on an early Sparklota and Spinelia morning. They to compete, to battle in, Kanlo, Kanborlized version of Halo, but what differs in Kanlo? Kanlo is made by KanborZeven video game development firm, in best of 9. They to compete at the Elito DG Arena at Elito Plaza Center.
To repeat, there is to be an esports match gamer battle to occur at 5 o'clock in the early Sparklota and Spinelia morning, in KanborD City, Kalishi 2.5, being 2000 hours ELS, Shoi and Designated 0 in the evening in Elite City, at start of Happy New Month Elitopian. Antronic Diamond of Lambda of EY 1025 and TDE 2002, 5 hours after KanborZeven counterpart of Markoyan Kb.P 20, Optic Elito and KanborD City Rebellion, here at the EDA. This in less than 5.6 hours. This means there are no esports matches gamer battles to be held this afternoon is due to this, the LAN party to be wrapping up earlier than expected.
Yes, as they don't want to hold the match at the Happy New Month KanborZeven Markoyan Kb.P 20. This is KanborD City Rebellion to be heading to Elito NYE Central to count down to Happy New Month KanborZeven as they were just invited by King Richard Jinx Zion.
They to be interviewed on MilTD Trocans, Tronic version of Deck KanborZeven Kalishis in 24 Elitopian hours, and is subject to this Sunday's VWGT cast.
Not to mention, they to ring the opening bell of the Altronic City Stock Exchange after the Via Trocant midweek break, as trading action resumes on a 6th day, as per Tronic rule being this Sunday and to tour the stock exchange and the one adjacent in the financial district. The Tronic Diamond Stock Exchange, home of TRDAX 784.
However, we want to give a VWGT update on the KanborD City Rebellion and Optic Elito. The match is being moved as per organizers' discretion to Neo Arena, still held in the evening at 2000 hours ELS, 0500 KBTS, still best of 9 in Kanlo, as it won't be held at the EDA. This explains the Blitz ERF to prioritize the EDA for this weekend's sim racing match.
Yes, this as it has been announced in the past hour as VWGT alert, since it's sim racing as that does not yield esports alert but a generic VWGT alert, as we have been given more details earlier in the hour, to be a 2-day event, as it to be held starting tomorrow 24 hours after the KBIP half year. By the way, not only VWGT reports on it, RDK 3000 TriStar today also to report in it, as for some reason due to the HNM KBIP, RDK TV decided to air RDK TSRT over VWGT for the afternoon, but they also report what we report on VWGT.
Yes, as we listen to the RDK TSRT point of view.
The match to be moved to Neo Arena is per late request from organizer, at 2000 hours RDK ELC. KanborD City Rebellion who to take on against Optic Elito in best of 9, Canlo. The match won't be held at the EDA despite initial report, it to be a special sponsored esports match. Then, KanborD City Rebellion takes on against Cloud X Esports, best of 5, Tron Laurent, at Troni DG Arena in Altronic City to occur tomorrow at 750 KTS, 1400 hours RDK ELC. This being 1400 hours RDK ELC, 75.0 EMT, 1800 TRX tomorrow, in which also to be first special sponsored sim racing match of Z Fuel, CGR, Synergy, and the Blitz EREV ERV Tour as it's announced last hour, being the Retrex Duel 2025, EY1025, the sim racing matches to be held at the EDA. This explains the KanborD City Rebellion and Optic Elito match to be moved to Neo Arena, as that would have impaired the setup for tomorrow's sim racing over tonight's first-person shooter esports. Tomorrow's sim racing match involved the Pro-Am sim racers, as for this Sunday's sim racing match to be Blitz EREV versus the Tronic Diamond Virtual Racing Association, they to compete in timed E-Prix and Speed Blitz 2025. It to be on RDK ESP Net, Elito GR Net, Elito Speed Net, and on RDK 3000 TriStar Radio Service 4. This is the watch party to be held at Neo Arena this Sunday for one of the sim racing matches, as the sim racing matches in watch party also to be held at Elito's Sphere. EEP. We have been informed to pass this information as we have this development just into RDK Newsline. This as we learn, a third sim racing match just announced, to occur at the top of the hour, 1500 hours RDK ELC, 79.1 EMT, 1900 TRX. To repeat, the sim racing match for today is announced by Synergy, Z Fuel, CGR and Blitz EREV, to occur at the top of the hour, 1500 hours RDK ELC, 79.1 EMT, 1900 TRX at the HNM KanborD Markoyan KB.P 20. This is it's a confirmed celeb versus sim racers match. Still a timed E-Prix and Speed Blitz 2025. It to be held at the EDA. It to be the Blitz EREV sim racers versus the celebrities. The celebrities to compete to be announced soon. This explains the VWGT episode in intermission as Vero and Arrow as Xylem casting RDK TV as Richard Kanders from Elito GRNet and Joseph Kanders from KBGRESPX reassigned to cover the event at EDA, and VWGT hosts currently unavailable. I am Mark E. Cryptor, Mark Elitastar, Mark 3Y from RDK 3000 TriStar. This is Chris K. Cryptor also learned of the developments as we join him in second hour of RDK TSRT after the RDK countdown watch of HNM KanborD. For Vero Plus and Arrow Breeze, we unfortunately have to say goodbye. This is we at RDK 3000 TriStar learn from Arrow, Vero, and Elito GRNet that we to hand off to Game Day Live today Xylem cast on today's sim racing match, then GDL2N on tonight's esports KBR and OTE. Before we continue, we must note there has been a Code MCHE Triple L act attempt that ends up fell, as there was no Code MCHE event, occurring on Triple L on the Canber Spinel Doza countdown to HNM Canber and sim racing, ends up loud music once again. As that gets blaring at the EDA originating from stereo tune to RDK 3000 TriStar Radio Service 2 playing Michael Jackson, Thriller according to the DJ, Corey QX Cryptor, Suki Trollex, Corey Quadi Xylastar, at 14:31 RDK ELC and 13 seconds who told us of the matter. Person responsible has been cautioned, and escorted away from restricted area by Elito Plaza Center staff and music hushed. This is Corey QX Cryptor interrupted the music presentation and said the words to the audience then to the person responsible of the matter as he was learned of it by Farah, Corey Z Cryptor, Corey Zanders via messaging. Once he heard sudden music from the EDA, this was not heard at RDK Newsline and Studio RDE Plus Master Control or even I Mark E Cryptor did not heard the music thanks to soundproofing at the esports arena. Same goes for Mark Star Trek's beside at Elitotronics Telemedia adjacent at Studio TXA, we now learn, Code T Triple Deck Act. At 14:33 RDK ELC in 50 seconds on triple deck on the KanborZeven Productions countdown to HNM KanborD in the sim racing match but occurring off cam at Alito GR Net Game Day live today and off air on Alito News 24 Deck Mill and others. 3 topless females exposing breasts in front of the VWGT production crew who's on standby. They have said the code TV stunt when the 3 males looked at the breasts and said the obscene remark. This on triple deck on the KanborZeven Productions countdown being AAA, in Rio, triple turn 2. In KB Modern, Triple Z and in KB Legacy, Triple X as the Triple X refers to subjects in relation to 18+, and SFW content for sex, nudity, pornography, and such. Most ironically as we learn, the 3 males licked and massaged each male to the female breasts. The announcement has came. We have since learned, the celebrities to be competing to be VWGT hosts and editors. To repeat, we now learn, the VWGT hosts and editors are selected to compete in the sim racing match to occur at the top of the hour. The topless females said in Mic Intercept, to the 3 males to get naked and have hardcore oral unprotected sex naked to the next triple deck being 9-4 deck. Triple deck KBDZT being 23:57 KBTS and 14:57 RDK ELC in 22 seconds but was stopped by security as the females was caught before the males was stripped off the clothes. To repeat, topless females was caught as code T triple deck act to be cleared. As for the other development, the celebrities has been chosen for the sim racing match, to be personnels from VWGT/VWG2N including the hosts and the editors, minus the 3 production crew members who did obscene act. They are DNQ for the match and to be suspended from ETXTM. We have to pass you a programming alert for those on Vero and Arrow. Today's episode of VWGT needs to conclude and tonight's VWG2N FCOD to be preempted as the VWGT hosts are chosen to compete in today's sim racing match in Celeb vs Sim Racers in the Blitz EREV, Zenergy, ZGR, Z-Fuel Sports Sim Racing event. For those on Arrowvision, we have to say goodbye as we hand off to Alito GR Net's Game Day live today as for Vero Television, RDK 3000 TriStar today Solemcast to continue to Vero News 5 o'clock as RDK TSRT to be taking a programming break. I am Mark E. Crypter from Studio RDE and RDK 3000 TriStar today to be right back with RDK Countdown Watch for HNM KanborD Markoy and KB.P 20.
Hello, I'm Grass-type Human Gala, Wigo's first launch in Pokemon Logical.
I'm Nessa, I am Water-type Jimingala, Wigo's first launch in Pokemon Logical.
I'm Vero, I am Fire-type Jimingala, Wigo's first launch in Pokemon Logical.
I'm Leon, I am Champions of Gala Region. We goes to Pokemon Logical, every weeknight at 8 p.m.